meals, and today I want to show you guys how to make a macro sandwich. I know sometimes you guys are wondering what you can eat when you don't have any prep meals, and I'm going to show you how to stay on track and make a meal that follows your diet plan with these few simple ingredients without even cooking. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to weigh and measure out ingredients for a sandwich to make sure it matches your diet plan. So I know you all have different dietary needs, and sometimes you have more protein, less carbs. If you're on a higher protein diet, you're going to have a lot more protein to carb ratios. So of course your sandwich is all going to look a little different, but we've got some options here. If you like for your fats, if you prefer cheese, if you prefer mayo, or even avocado, we can do it all as long as we swap out fats for fats, carbs for carbs, and proteins for proteins. We're keeping the proteins nice and lean. We got some extra lean chicken breast and roast beef. Alright, so we're going to make a few different sandwiches, and the first one we're going to make is going to be a roast beef and Swiss, and we're going to make it a high protein meal, maybe a little bit higher calories. We've got 8 ounces of protein, a half a cup of carbs, and 7 grams of fat in this meal to play with. I like to get the thinner sliced bread so that I can either make more sandwiches or use it for a lower carbohydrate diet like this one. With a half a cup of carbs, you're looking at approximately 23 to 25 grams of carbohydrates, and this bread, 2 slices, is going to be exactly that. I weighed out on a food scale 8 ounces of roast beef earlier. 7 grams of fat. We're using a white cheese, which is generally lower in fat, and lettuce. And since we don't have any more fats to play with, but we do want to make sure it's nice and flavorful, I'm going to go with the chipotle mustard. And I already put the mustard on the bread and spread it out, and there we go. Just to get some green veggies on the side of your plate with your diet, I cut up some celery, and here is your beautiful high protein macro sandwich. Alright, next we're going to make a sandwich that's pretty balanced in macros, maybe a lower calorie plan. So 3 ounces of protein, a half a cup of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. So it's pretty even across the board as far as macros go. Again, that's going to give us a full 2 slices of this whole wheat, thin sliced Dave's Killer bread. If you order different bread, it might be a little bit different. We are going to use cheddar cheese, and an ounce of this cheese is exactly 10 grams of fat, so that'll be perfect on our plan. We're also going to weigh out, we're going to do chicken breast on this one, and I'll just clear the food scale and weigh out 3 ounces of protein, 3 ounces. There's our cheese, and we don't really get to add anything else, but I really like the cilantro avocado yogurt dressing and lots of the other Bolt House Farm dressings. They're really low in calories, so it's going to fit into our free calorie space. So a little bit of that. Do some lettuce. Celery again on the side. And we've got ourselves another macro sandwich. Totally different portions, meeting totally different nutritional needs, still using the same ingredients without cooking. For our final example for a macro sandwich, we're going to do a sandwich that's higher in carbs. So maybe you're an athlete or you're really active and you got on a plan that gives you a lot more carbohydrates to keep your energy levels up, and you got a cup of carbs, maybe 6 ounces of protein, and let's go with 12.5 grams of fats. Basically, this means you get to make 2 sandwiches. So, over 2 pieces of bread, we do get to weigh out our protein, I'm going to keep the 6 ounces of turkey on one, or 3 ounces of turkey on one. I'm going to weigh out another 3 ounces of roast beef on the other. We do have 12.5 grams of fat, so we're going to go with 7 grams of the Swiss in one, and that's going to give us about 1 tablespoon of mayo for the other sandwich. I am going to weigh out or measure out the mayo because it's really easy to go overboard on fats. All right. There's that. And you know what? That's a lot of mayo. We're going to go with a half a slice of Swiss on each side, and we're going to share the mayo between both sandwiches. All right. There we go. Lettuce. Topper. Celery. All right, you can see how different all of our plates looked. And hopefully, even if we didn't do your sandwich for your exact diet, we've given you enough examples that you can make something on your own. All right, guys, enjoy, eat healthy, and experiment with different options for your